I'm reading this book called Anointed with Oil, How Christianity and Crude Made Modern America by Darren Dochuk. And it's very interesting so far because the parallels between the earliest 20th century and 21st century with Antitrust and a socialist union movement as well. And so this new response to these protests by invoking the Sedition Act were also invoked in the 1910s with the Wobblies, who were considered members of the Industrial Workers of the World, the IWW. So there's a couple parallels between like Uber now and gig working, the AFL and Samuel Gompers back then, and they had these contracts that oil companies would make employees sign, the yellow dog contract, and it would explicitly say employment is based on day-to-day and they have the right to hire and fire without cause, etc. So this kind of dichotomy between the capitalist and the laborer 100 years ago is just as relevant. So what's completely crazy is the history repeats itself. This is literally 100 years ago. We're talking between 1910 and 1920s, this clash between the workers in the oil industry and these owners. And you had an incident in Tulsa where they literally took out people and doused in hot tar and feathered a cat o' nine tails. I guess this is a flogging mechanism. But a bunch of hooded people with the consent of prominent town leaders, they fought back against this movement of the workers. I want to attempt a comparison between Facebook and Standard Oil, the 21st century versus the 20th century. The turn of the 20th century, Rockefeller was a detested monopolist, and the president at the time, Roosevelt, Teddy, brought a suit against the Standard Oil Company, the Sherman Antitrust Act. They had 444 witnesses, including Rockefeller himself, 1,300 exhibitions, and a 14,000-page report, kind of like a Mueller report. And in 1909, the federal court ruled Standard Oil guilty. So as I read more in this book, I want it to be a teaser for discussion. 2019 Palmer is the phone number. You can leave a message and I'll send you a link, and we'll talk about Uber, Facebook, Google, the FANG, and Antitrust. It's interesting because I deleted my Facebook, my Instagram, because I felt, why am I giving my data for free and they're making money off of my data? The whole business model is based on this FCC exemption because they're a platform and they're not a publisher. And so you are creating content for them to publish, but they're not liable for it. So I'm like, I want the fucking money if you're going to use my shit. So that's why I'm doing a podcast. Maybe I'll get some advertising.